Hello! This is the One Episode Rule, a podcast about first impressions. I'm Magpie. And, who are the rest of you?
I'm Blackle.
And I'm Spike Jones. I'm back.
I'm gonna murder you.
I'm back from my my short vacation. I did not actually die. The repairman helped me fake my death, and I was gonna go to the Cayman Islands, by which I mean I was gonna catch up on Doro Hey Doro and have that be my intro bit. But a lot of stuff came up, so I don't have any bits for the intro. Hello.
I don't have any bits either.
That leads into something I was going to say, oddly enough.
It is.
Because the other day, before we were supposed to record and didn't get to record, the other day I was going to watch some anime to actually catch up on what's been going on, because it may be hard to believe, I probably watch a similar amount of shows outside of this podcast to Blackle, not because I dislike the medium, but because I spend most of my free time sitting motionless thinking about tasks I should be doing.
Me too.
But anyway, I meant to watch Dorohedoro or any of the other ones that I've been needing to catch up on with, and instead I did watch an hour and a half long dissertation by a YouTuber named Kappa Kaiju about how Yandere Simulator is never coming out, and YandereDev is probably one of the worst human beings to ever have a platform to reach lots of people.
Yeah. It's rough stuff.
He is just the worst, and it came up again recently because I watched this because I saw on Twitter that it was trending because he apparently managed to bully a fan game into stopping development by implying that he would kill himself.
Oh my god. That's awful.
Well, it's truly terrible. A fan game which managed to buy all of the same assets that he uses, and then complete the game in 2 weeks.
Damn.
Without any of the pervert shit in it.
Are we saying that if you implement Yandere Simulator, then Yandere Simulator will be rendered obsolete?
What?
Is this like a coding joke that...
No, what I'm trying to say is that maybe I should make Yandere Simulator so we can all stop talking about it.
This is true. I feel like he wouldn't be able to bully you into quitting because you don't care about his opinion.
Oh my god.
But yeah. So that's the update on that project that's 6 years into development.
Okay, so I remember watching 6 years ago now, watching videos of the demo of that, and I was in high school ? And it's just what the fuck? Okay, so I haven't touched it since because I don't like the concept, but did they do anything in that 6 years?
Let's see. What else did he do in 6 years? He complained about how many people were emailing him. He set up a Discord in which it is so easy to get banned that people have started a speedrunning community around it.
Oh my gosh.
Implemented lots of side features. Added unnecessary RPG elements. And still hasn't got the first rival running.
Wow.
Let's put it this way. I know almost nothing about coding, and I know how badly this game is coded. I know, for instance, that each of the students runs the code for all of the students and then turns off the elements that it's not using. It means that every student on screen is running 14 lines of code every frame.
That's how I feel when I was in school.
And that may be why that game runs like dog shit.
That might be it.
Um,
That's what we call in the biz ON squared. That's a joke for 0 people.
speaking of video games, I've got 2 news items.
Sure. Let's do some news.
That I picked out because they are bizarre, as usual. I'm not even sure why this one was on the news site I was looking at because it is strictly focused on anime, but the Kagawa Prefecture government in Japan has declared that their ordinance limiting video game time for children does not violate the rights of the child.
Huh.
So, let's go over this ordinance, which has confused many and pleased none. The ordinance, which is not enforceable in a legal sense, would limit video game time for children to 60 minutes during school weeks and 90 minutes during weekends and holidays.
Wait, is that per day or is that for the whole week?
That's per week.
What? That's a nightmare. I don't even play video games, and I know you need more time than 60 minutes a week to play a video game.
Let's get into the reason that I chose to bring up this article because it was weird enough to start with, but then the Communist Party became involved.
Oh.
They hold seats in the prefecture government and have challenged this ordinance with the harsh words of, "Isn't it an issue to set time?" The governor has replied to them with the same statement that he replied to everyone else. So I imagine there will be some sort of gamer communist revolution there.
I mean, I think that's really what the world's been waiting for.
The cross section of gaming and communism.
The Gamemunism revolution.
Stand up, comrade.
Stand up.
We have your back. And speaking of communists, they're fixing to get a Gundam over there in China.
Fuck. What?
Japan's insatiable need to build giant robot statues has led them to start planning one called Freedom Gundam in Shanghai.
Wow.
Oh.
Which is a curious choice.
Japan and China collaborating on anything? This is surprising.
Oh, that's why the name wasn't familiar to me. The Freedom Gundam from the show is from Gundam Seed, which is bad.
Damn. Taking a hardline stance against Gundam Seed on our anime comedy podcast this week.
Gee whiz.
I feel as though it won't be very controversial. That's all the news I've got.
I regrettably don't know anything about Gundam Seed or really Gundam in general. I spent a significant portion of last week having a friend explain to me why Char Aznable has 4 vaginas or something. I don't know.
Yes.
I stopped paying attention.
Yes, Char Aznable, the most subtle of anime characters.
Mm-hmm.
Regrettably, I don't know anything.
When establishing an alias for himself, chooses to call himself Quattro Vagina.
He's the the most subtle and the most fecund anime character. So what are we gonna do this week?
Yeah.
Magpie?
Well, it took me a minute to decide what we were going to do this week, but I've seen screenshots of this floating around for a while, and I can no longer resist finding out just what the hell it is. So I think this week we'll watch the first episode of No Guns Life.
Interesting.
I have no idea.
It looks wild.
Let's do it.
All right, we're back. I'm going to say right now I don't have a whole lot of notes because I got distracted by the show being good.
Yeah.
So y'all pick something to talk about while I get us a blurb.
Yeah. So the title of the show was No Gun Life. AKA SF Hardboiled, The Gun Smoke Drifts Muzzle Talks, which is apparently its subtitle.
Yeah.
And it stars a man whose head is a gun, and he is an extended, which is basically this show's word for augmented. And it's not bad.
I'm a little upset at the false advertising for this show. It is titled No Guns Life, and the first person you meet has a gun for a head.
It seems like there seems like many guns. In fact,
There
guns
seems like a lot of guns.
Guns kind of inseparable from this guy's life at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's definitely some hard boiled.
There's some hard boiled.
There's some gun smoke, and the muzzle does talk.
Drifts. The gun smoke was drifting, and the muzzle was talking. Quite literally.
And it is science fiction, I would say.
All right, so I got a blurb here. It's a little long, but it's okay.
Can I read it?
Okay, if you want. I got this one from my anime list.
Okay.
Because this show doesn't appear to be on Crunchyroll, which is odd because it is their sort of deal. Well,
Okay.
maybe it's not on Crunchyroll because it's good.
Okay, I'm gonna read it now.
Here we go.
Synopsis. The technology to create powerful cyborg soldiers has been released for public use by the Berhuchen Corporation.
Okay.
Those outfitted with robotic parts are known as the Extended. Juzo Inui, one such Extended, was created as a soldier and has no memories of his former life. But now, after the war, he runs a business that takes care of Extended-related incidences around the city. Rumors of a renegade Extended that kidnapped a child reach his ears. Lo and behold, as Juzo returns to his office, a gigantic robot man with a boy on his back crashes in, asking for help. Well, Juzo could just turn the guy in and be done with it. Something about the situation is too fishy to ignore. It seems that everybody wants a hold of this kid, whether he likes it or not. Juzo must find out why this Extended is on the run, how it connects to the Berhuchen Corporation, and just how far the treachery runs in this city.
This is shocking because your noted difficulty with Japanese words on the show, and yet, but you just bust out just a perfect Berhuchen.
I'm learning German.
Berhuchen.
Berhuchen. Berhuchen.
I've never.
I think it's Berhuchen.
I don't know how to do the umlaut. It always throws me off.
It's like when I was working in Germany, my coworker tried to teach me how to do the U with the umlaut, and it was like and I was like and he was like and I was like for like a full minute in the office,
just screaming at each other's faces.
Yeah. Berhuchen. I don't know. I think that's it.
So yeah. The cyborg company is evil. This is pretty easy to establish. This show, I am so refreshed by how this show was written because of how much I have seen while doing this podcast. This show doesn't break any of those rules. It just
I
goes,
think it's
It's because
Go ahead, sorry.
It's because it's written like noir, basically.
Yeah. It does, and it does follow sort of a cyberpunk plotline trope where it's like the MacGuffin is also a character, but I think it pulled off the twist pretty well because and here's spoilers for the hit show No Guns Life, SF Hardboiled Gunsmoke Druffs Mizzle Talks.
Oh, wow, you did it.
Couldn't pull it out perfectly, but I did pull it out. Anyway, spoilers for this show. Basically, this like cyborg who's like, please help me like kidnap this kid. The cyborg and the kid are actually the same person because the kid has some like special implant that lets him like remotely control cyborgs.
He's remotely controlling him. That man is a race car.
The man, yeah.
He's a little radio controlled race car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our friend Tetsuro can warg into extended people.
I love the. Oh god, I wish I'd never read Game of Thrones.
You can telefrag into other robots.
But yeah, I was just so refreshed by the fact that like there was a little bit of it, but nobody stands around and goes, as you know, 30 years ago during the war, we made huge motherfuckers with guns for faces because we can. And furthermore, you know.
Yeah. They were really they really like laid it on quite well, I think.
Yeah. There's like a little bit of that like sprinkled here and there, but that's the thing is like it's sprinkled. It's not just like the opening narration is like 3 minutes worth of backstory.
It's dusted in as necessary for you to, have the correct context.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It engages you, I think, like try to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Now, I think extended is kind of a silly name for cyborgs, and I know it's because they were reaching for the pun of overextended.
It was a real reach.
Yeah, you could even say they overextended their reach.
No, you couldn't, Emma. You couldn't say that.
I just
Max, can you kick Emma from the call? No, I'm kidding.
No. You need me.
I know we need you. We need you to keep we need you to keep me from comparing characters to Ted Danson.
Oh my god.
There was nothing. So just some sort of, I guess, behind the scenes stuff. The main character in this show, Juzol, who is a big gun-headed man, is voiced by Junichi Suabe, who voices Aizawa Sensei in My Hero Academia. And it was really nice to get to hear him go wild and be a main character for once, instead of a bizarrely compelling side character.
I only know of one bizarrely compelling side character from My Hero, which is Gang Orca.
Gang Orca is very good. He's a big whale man.
He is a whale.
He's just a big whale man. But yeah, the main two characters, Juzol and Tetsuro, are both. One of them is Aizawa, and the other one is Deku, which is cool.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm not as like up on my Japanese voice actors as I am on English ones, but these two have really distinct voices, and I was kind of too distracted by listening to them to actually take any notes for this one. Sorry, folks. Yeah.
But this show, like I said, this show has great atmosphere and pretty good writing. And at the same time, I look at him and I go, how does he see?
Through the barrel.
He's looking down the barrel.
You hit it right into the park there, Emma.
Yahoo! Yeah, no, I think I will say personally, and feel free to disagree, but I feel like this show has like really good atmosphere and like and it builds its world pretty well. But it is hindered occasionally by these sort of, what I've written here is late stage JoJo's designs.
But are you saying this is where Stroheim would have gone if he'd been alive for another 10 years?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying exactly.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Like-
not that they're like bad designs necessarily, but there are some of them that are just kind of like strange. Like the little sort of Japanese Joe Pesci type that busts into Juza's apartment. Why did his eyebrows look like that? Why did he have a sort of like Norse rune in his hairline?
Well, that's just
Good question.
It's called fashion sweaty.
It was making me sweaty.
Fashion 2020.
Why does he have a grip?
In case no. Never mind.
Why does he have a grip? Especially given the fact that his chamber is clearly empty. Like, he popped it out and spun it, and there were no bullets.
It's
Maybe
purely
he's just waiting
decorative.
for somebody to fill them.
He needs somebody to fill the chambers of his heart.
Somebody.
He probably has. He probably has like one bullet like in the glove compartment of his car, just for like what's the word? Like a really rough situation or something like that, like for a rainy day, so to speak.
For a rainy day.
Sure.
Yeah, I know. I keep my rainy day howitzer shell in my desk drawer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Man,
man.
I wish I had a super mode I could break out on rainy days. It would just make me like really, really thin and really fast so I can run between the raindrops. I am starting to get a little distracted. Yeah, so what else do you guys have?
I have like no other notes for this show because it's a good like I wasn't really like I think, and here's something which is I don't think I've done since oh my god, since Lord of Vermilion. What I wanted to say was not since what's it called, the Demon Wife show. I kind of want to watch episode 2.
You kind of want some more of this? I do too.
I don't know. Like, it's kind of weird because I feel like I do enjoy cyberpunk a lot, and this is like noir cyberpunk, which is like, I mean, that's like what's the word? Like cyberpunk is based on noir, so if you're going back to its roots, that's like double good. But I think that I don't know. Like, it seems like I said that they're using a bit of a stock plot for, at least that's how I felt a little bit, was the fact that like they have to like get this kid who's also like a character, or like his only value is his brain or something like that, which is like kind of a stock thing, but it should still be enjoyable, I think.
Yeah, like, you can be formulaic and still do the formula well.
Yeah, like, this is definitely like a Shadowrun module or something. Like,
it really does feel like something that should have been in Shadowrun Returns.
Truly.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm come to think of it, I am almost certain that this is a mission in Shadowrun Dragonfall.
Wow.
Although that guy is significantly worse off, and that whenever you finally get him, he's just like, "Please kill me!"
Oh no.
Vouch.
Yeah. I personally felt like I wasn't like super grabbed by it until like Tetsuro's stuff started coming out, and I don't know, if it felt like when this episode ended, it had a very cool like ending shot, but it felt like
yeah, there's nothing, no cliffhanger quite like a dude derailing a train.
I was like, what the okay, all I have written about that in my notes is just what the fuck in all caps and 18 question marks, because like what the fuck? What, like, because it was kind of on the rails in terms of like quasi-realism for a while, but the fact that he just punched a train is like, okay, what the fuck?
You could say it came off the rails.
It came off the rails, yeah. And
this is gonna be a fun episode, isn't it?
It is. I don't know. I just was like, that's kind of why I don't want to watch the next episode, just because it just like was so ridiculous to me. But like, whatever.
Well, he's like
The show's got to be silly, right? So
he's like a 600-pound war machine. I mean, he's got a
okay, but a train is like 1,000 times more heavier than him.
A train is a train.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's a huge man. He's a huge man with a gun for a head who's overextended, and you know, if his muscles are that big, he's got to have some big guns.
Okay.
Guns out, guns out.
Mm-hmm.
Emma, would you watch another episode of this?
I just don't know. On the one hand, I almost feel like I would have to in order to like really be giving this anime its best it's like to give it its best go, because yeah, well, the point I was gonna make earlier about the train scene was that like it felt very sudden, almost like it kind of felt like we had like just gotten going when we started learning about like the harmony and stuff, and then we had the train, and then that was the end of the episode. And it just kind of felt like this is one of those shows where like you're meant to watch the first 2 episodes together,
like back to back. Well,
yeah.
I gotta say, it's gonna be really hard fitting like doing a noir story on a television show.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It is traditionally the like realm of books and movies. So
sure.
I think yeah, I get what you're saying, Emma, where it's just like we learned that the kid is like being taken back, and like I would have thought that like they would have had it so that like there's some kind of like a what's it called, like what's the word when like you huddle together to like figure something out, like it seems like we jumped directly from like I think I'm gonna help this kid to immediately in like the action scene of helping this kid.
He goes to help the kid. He's a very direct man.
Yeah. I just felt like that was a little bit too fast. A little bit. Because I feel like you could have slotted another scene in there where you introduce us to another minor character. To flesh them out a little bit more. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Or just cut away to another weird transphobic joke about his landlord.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, that was the one thing that I was like, oh, that's nasty about. But otherwise.
I have to say I have to watch another episode, and it's simpler than either of your reasons. Is that I got to see the big face gunfire.
Damn,
do you think that's going to be like a last episode?
He is literally a Chekhov's gun.
Fuck me.
Chekhov's gunhead should be the name of the episode.
I gotta see it.
Like, gotta see him shoot that gun.
I gotta see him shoot the face gun.
Chekhov's gun's life.
Like it needs to happen.
SF hard-boiled, the Chekhov's gun smoke drifts muzzle talks.
God.
Damn.
I've been boiling on this for the whole episode, and I'm still not really. It just feels like it feels like a Trent Reznor song. Lyric, just thinking about like, I need someone to fill these 6 holes in my skull.
That does feel like an off day for Trent, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it's like, okay.
Like he sat down to try and write, but his drum machine is all fucked up and it won't do right, and it's throwing him off.
He's still like bummed out about Johnny Cash doing his song better. So he's just having a slow day. It's okay, Trent. That's a B-side. That's a B-side.
That one's a B-side. That's gonna go on the back half of Year 0 or whatever.
Well, that'll be like the secret song at the end of like Ghosts 4 and 5.
So yeah, I guess that's all I really have to say. I got to see his big face shoot bullet bullet from
a gun.
If Joey were here, they would have never let us get away with not referencing that until the end of the episode. I'm so sorry, Joey.
I'm so sorry.
I have one thing left in my notes, which is just the most minor thing, but like there was a big old Unreal Engine logo in the end credits.
Really?
Which is like I guess it's kind of cool that they're using video game engines to do animation now. It makes a lot of sense. But it was still kind of funny to see. I was like, this is a video game now? Oh my god.
Did Nintendo hire this man?
Yeah, we've just been watching a Let's Play this whole time.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I did have one thing that I just thought of, which is I really appreciate the villain here, the nun, because like there was no banding about that she might actually be a nun. Nah, screw that. But
kind of instant.
As soon as she gets the kid on the train, it's not like now you'll go back to your cage or whatever. It's hey, we got to get back to the shop so we can pop this kid's skull open.
Yeah, when Juzo was like, "You're not a nun," it was like he rolled 20 on perception.
Really
to bring it back to Shadowrun, or I don't know. I've never actually played Shadowrun before, so I don't know what the skills are in that game.
Is that the one where you like roll a certain number of successes or whatever?
I'm gonna tell you right now that rolling a 20 in Shadowrun is meaningless.
Damn.
Good to know. Good to know.
I love Shadowrun. There is a reason that I am not involved in any Shadowrun games, and that is because of Shadowrun.
Damn.
Oh man.
Never had the opportunity.
But yeah, she's just like, yeah, we gotta yank this shit out of this kid. He's a flight risk.
Bop him.
I don't know. Maybe we'll put it in an ape or something.
Yeah, maybe.
This kid's gonna start sleep talking and hypnotize everyone on this train.
He's gonna hypnotize the train.
Oh boy. Well,
did anyone else notice the really cheesy blood splatter effects in the end credits?
I didn't watch the end credits. I was busy.
Okay, I always watch the end credits just because there's sometimes something really silly at the end or like in it. But it was basically like a bunch of like it just looks like really like concept arty type things where it's like drawn in a painterly style instead of like an anime style, and they just like overlaid these like Adobe Premiere like stock blood splatter effects over top of it. Yeah. It was just like very funny.
Just a bad Photoshop brush, great.
Yeah,
damn.
Exactly. Just like going splorch for some reason.
Well, guys, I don't know how to feel about this because I thought this was gonna be like wacky but not genuinely good, so that we would have some some food to digest here.
Yeah,
sure.
We're still starving.
I don't know if you guys out there wanna poison us with something terrible, you can send that to our email at oneepisodecast@gmail.com.
That is one the word, not the number. You can also tweet at us. We are at oneepisodecast on Twitter. Again, one the word, not the number.
Good place to scream at Emma about her opinions on the song. Oh God, what is it? We were just talking about Johnny Cash.
I'm not gonna let you.
Yeah, about Hurt.
There you go. Boy, I hope that segment hurt.
It was bad. I really fumbled it.
It's okay. You can cut it out and post, and then it'll make me seem like an asshole for like saying like, oh, you stumbled, but you didn't in the actual episode. Yeah. Nothing really going on the Twitter currently. No messages from anyone but me DMing memes to ourselves to retweet them.
That is incredible.
On the podcast. Listen. When the podcast Twitter starts DMing me back, then I'll know.
Biko still hasn't responded to our DMs, has she?
I mean, maybe not to yours.
Oh.
No, don't cry. It's okay. Miku's not real.
This has been the one episode rule. Goodbye, everybody.